Hello angels, welcome back to another resin video. So in this video we're going to be making some resin preservation in an oval shape. So the mold is from Amazon. These flowers I got from Etsy's. This little infinity necklace I got from I got from Amazon as well. I thought it would be so cute. The flowers looks absolutely amazing, but unfortunately the idea for this was there. It honestly was, but I just messed everything up. I was not keeping an eye on this, and I was doing several other projects at the sides, and this was just over in the corner, so I completely forgot all about it. And I'm using my lighter. Like, why would you be using your lighter? Spray some 99% ibuprofen alcohol in there and just help save the thing. Like, there's just so much mistakes in this. I made this in 2022, I think. Yeah, in 2022. And I never posted it because I completely messed up on it. But it's just been sitting around, and I didn't want to delete the video because it honestly took me some time to finish this up. And I was even debating if I should finish it. I was trying to save it, but it did not work. But yeah, let's get it straight into the video. I already started, but I placed on a little bit of some resin, placed the bouquet of flowers in there. Let it sit, let it cure overnight for a full 24 hours. The first layer was good, all was well, but the other layers, obviously these are flowers. These are preserved flowers. These flowers are dried out. So obviously there's going to be bubbles all around. So you need to keep an eye on this. You need to be spraying it with your 99% ibuprofen alcohol. I was not doing any of this. Like, I was just poking it to get the bubbles to rise up, and then going over it with my lighter. And then obviously these flowers are dry, so the flowers would catch on fire. And then there's just so much. Like, I have learned a lot this year about how to make these look better, but I just waste these beautiful flowers. Like, honestly, so pretty. I went over it with my lighter to get rid of the bubbles, but you can see a ton of little tiny bubbles that are just sitting around that the lighter cannot get to. Otherwise, the flowers will just catch on fire. So that's why it would be a good idea to just spray it with some 99% ibuprofen alcohol. Between each layer, I let it sit and I let it dry for a full 24 hours so that there is no cracks, there is no overheating or anything like that inside of there. So now I just let the camera sit so you can see the bubbles are just rising around the flowers, and they're just sitting there, not moving, not popping on their own. That's why you need to be sitting there and just watching it. But I was not doing any of that, unfortunately. And these look so pretty. I'm going to need to order these flowers again from Etsy so that I can make these again. Because I know they have the potential to be so beautiful. But unfortunately, the bubbles just completely ruined it. And I completely ruined it because I was not paying attention to it. Yep. And honestly, to help with the bubbles, I would suggest putting these in some resin first. Let it sit in some resin first before you place it into the mold. That would be a good idea. That would just help the whole process. But I did not. So I didn't show it, but I put more resin on top. You can see the bubbles all the way around, the discoloration and all of that. Sorry about that. I had a cough. But you can see all the little tiny bubbles are just forming in one area. I was like, ugh, this is such a mess. I cannot save this. There's just so much bubbles. I was so upset, honestly. Look at all of that. Like, just a complete mess, especially around the corners. So I print out some little photos. I was like, maybe I can add a little picture in there. Maybe that would help it. Maybe that will cover up some of the flowers where there's a ton of little tiny bubbles up top. So I print out these photos. I end up not using it. I don't think the photos would have saved it. But what I end up using was these resin metal stickers. I spelled out love, and I try to put it over where there's a ton of little bubbles, but I made a mistake. So what you're supposed to do is just press down the sticker on top and then remove the white plastic off of it. But I end up not doing that. So all I did was just place it on there. I did not remove the plastic. I did not remove the plastic from the back, from the front, I mean. But yeah, I told you, I made so much mistake in making this. It is ridiculous. And you can see the plastic on top, the sticker on top. Like, what was I thinking? Like, I had months of this thing just sitting around debating how I'm going to save this or not. And, completely ruined it. And I was like, why is there little tiny bubbles around there? Why isn't that flat? Because the sticker is on top of it. This would look so pretty if it didn't look this bad. It would have looked so pretty. So pretty. So I mixed up some resin off camera. I'm just going to pour down in there the final layer of some resin. And then we're done. Pouring down some resin I mixed. Look at how nice and clear this resin is. And look at the sticker. Now you can see the sticker that should have been removed. Oh, my. And there were some little tiny bubbles that was underneath it, so I had to get rid of those. But I just let this sit and I let it cure for a full 24 hours. Also, I didn't show this. I added a little heart in there to cover up a little bit more of the bubbles. Now it has been 24 hours and we can just pop this bad boy out of the mold. And it was very easy to remove. I don't know why I'm struggling. But it was super easy to remove from the mold. I didn't fill it all the way up. I just gave it a little bit of some space. And where did I disappear to? Look at it. Oh no, this is a fail. My. And this is the mold. So pretty and so tiny. I have a bigger version of this, obviously. I posted a video of me using that one. But yeah, this is how it looks. So around the corners, around the edges. This is how it turned out. And look at it out in the sunshine. You can see every tiny bubbles. Everything. Everything is just popping up in the sun. An absolute mess. That's it for this video. Bye.